welcome back to Airtime Studios, and in today's video we are going to be doing our first Sunday Coaster Show of 2023. Now today I'm going to be sharing all the news from around the world of all the roller coasters and theme parks, construction updates, all the rumours about theme park related stuff. And if you want to check all of that out, be sure to check out the Sunday Coaster Show every single Sunday on Airtime Studios. Now, in the Sunday Coaster Show this year, we've got 3 segments to go through. Those 3 segments are News Around the Rails, which will share all the major confirmed updates about all the rides and attractions around the world. The second segment is Theme Park Gossip, where I will share all the rumours relating theme parks across the world. And in the last segment, I'm going to be sharing construction updates from rides that are currently in their phase of construction. So that will be our brand new segments on the Sunday Coaster Show for 2023. Now, before we jump into any of the different segments today, Universal are opening a brand new theme park in Dallas, Texas, in the United States of America. Now, Universal is a massive theme park chain, and they own parks such as Universal Studios Orlando in Florida, which is near Disney, and they also own Universal Studios Hollywood in California, and a few other different Universal theme parks across the world. Now, the surprise announcement of the week has been that they're opening a brand new child-based theme park in Dallas, Texas. Now, this is a very interesting proposal, as you can expect, because there wasn't any rumours whatsoever about this. So it was such a shock that was suddenly announced by Universal that was going to be a brand new theme park opening in Texas. Now, as you can see from the concept art on your screen right now, it certainly looked very interesting. It has been announced that the park size is going to be about a quarter of the parks in Orlando, and they are absolutely massive from my knowledge. So it's going to be a reasonable size for a child sort of theme park, and it's also going to help the theme park industry in Texas, which is mainly based around Six Flags. And as you know, Six Flags is mainly based around thrill seekers, and they've got all these big thrilling rides. So if you lived in Texas, one of the only places to go in Dallas for a theme park is Six Flags Over Texas. Now, that theme park isn't very family related. So with Universal opening this theme park in Dallas, it's going to lose Six Flags loads of money, because families are big spenders compared to like all these thrill seekers that are teenagers and in their young adulthood. So this is certainly going to be very interesting to see just how popular this Universal theme park is. It seems like we're going to have lots of different themed areas around Universal TV shows for children, just to see exactly how good it's going to be. That will be very interesting. And there is your surprise feature of the week on the Sunday Coaster Show. There isn't going to be a surprise feature every week. But anyway, now we can jump into News Around the Rails. To start off News Around the Rails, I'm going to start off with quite a sad announcement. Now, the longest roller coaster in Europe, the Ultimate at Lightwater Valley in the UK, is getting demolished. Now, the Ultimate, when it opened, was the longest roller coaster in the world. It is a hybrid roller coaster, and I never got to ride it, unfortunately. I would have loved to ride it, but for the past 3 years, the Ultimate has been SBNO, which stands for Standing But Not Operating. But this week, it has been announced that the Ultimate is going to get demolished completely from the theme park and just sent to scrap. Now, that's a very sad announcement because the Ultimate holds a place in a lot of people's hearts. It's, like I said, it's the longest roller coaster in Europe. It used to be the longest in the world. So it was a roller coaster that led on the theme park industry, definitely a bit. Even though it wasn't people's favourite roller coaster for some people. But it is getting removed, and that is quite sad, as I never got to ride it at all. Now, next up in news around the rails is that Top Thrill Dragster is going to be reopening in 2024. Now, in 2020, it was an incident happened on Top Thrill Dragster, which resulted in a major investigation into what happened. And the ride has been shut for the past 2 years. Now, in September, Cedar Point announced that Top Thrill Dragster was going to come back in a different state, and it's been announced this week by a little video the park have posted on their official YouTube channel that says reopening 2024. Now, it did say it was coming back in a different form, so this could mean a different launch system. Now, Top Thrill Dragster currently runs a hydraulic launch system, which is a very powerful launch. Now, it hasn't seemed to be announced that the track's going to get shorter or taller or whatever. Top Thrill Dragster is the second tallest roller coaster in the world, standing at a height of just over 400 foot, making it one of 2 strata roller coasters in the world. So if it gets shortened in height, if they change the launch system, because launch systems' popularity has changed from hydraulic launches to magnetic launches, and magnetic launches are nowhere near as powerful. The most powerful magnetic launch, LSM, is on Red Force at Portaventura in Spain, in the Ferrari Land theme park, and that reached a top speed of 112 miles per hour. Now, I wonder if Top Thrill Dragster's length of launch track would be powerful enough for an LSM to propel it up the hill, but it would definitely need a bit more speed than Red Force, as Red Force only goes as high as 367 foot, which is still about 30 feet off of being a strata roller coaster. So we'll see if they change the launch system. They may have to change the height of the track, and that would certainly make it very different, because it might drop below a strata roller coaster. Imagine if that happens. Or LSMs with Red Force, obviously, have been getting stronger with their launch acceleration. So will an LSM this day be powerful enough to propel it up Top Thrill Dragster? There may also be new trains if a different manufacturer is involved than Intamin, as it has been highly rumoured that Zamperla are going to be doing some work on Top Thrill Dragster, and the original manufacturer was Intamin for Top Thrill Dragster. So it might also be a question of, is there going to be new trains on Top Thrill Dragster as well? So that's a massive announcement. We don't know much info about Top Thrill Dragster reopening in 2024. They literally posted a 30-second video with a few shots of Top Thrill Dragster saying it was reopening in 2024. That's all we got. So it will certainly be very, very interesting to see what form Top Thrill Dragster comes back in 2024. Now, the next announcement on news around the rails is going to be that Tron Light Cycle Power Run at Walt Disney World in Florida is finally going to open on April the 3rd this year. Now, that's a very exciting announcement, as it was originally meant to open on the 1st of September last year. It's been kept getting postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but it is finally announced to be opening in April 3rd, and I doubt that there will be anything stopping it there at that date, unless there is some major technical difficulties. So it's nice that that's finally opening, as Tron has a high rating in Shanghai. There's a Tron Light Cycle Power Run in Shanghai, and it's a very high-rated family roller coaster. It is a launched motorbike roller coaster. You sit on like a motorbike sort of style roller coaster, and it launches you off. You go around bends with high theming, as it's themed to Tron, like I just said. The Disney film Tron. So that's going to be very interesting when that opens, and see how popular it is compared to the one at Shanghai. As it sounds like it's going to be exactly the same as the one in Shanghai, but who knows, Disney might put in a few surprises to make it slightly different. Now, the final announcement I'm going to be sharing in News Around the Rails is going to be that the new Chessington roller coaster, which is a B&M launch shuttle wing roller coaster, a bit of a handful to make, is going to be named Mandrill Mayhem, the roller coaster with the first inversion at Chessington World of Adventures in the UK. Now, the track has been complete on this Chessington coaster, and just after it's been complete, it has been leaked that 3 names for the 3 rides in the area. So, and Mandrill Mayhem is going to be the one in as the roller coaster name. There was 3 names leaked, like I said, for the rides in the park, and one of them was one called Mamba Strike, which is going to be dedicated to one of the kids' ride, that name. But Mamba Strike seems like a lot more of an appropriate name than Mandrill Mayhem for the roller coaster. I've got to say, I'm not a huge fan of it. It seems like an easy, forgettable name and doesn't really make the name of the ride quite rememberable. But Mamba Strike would have been a lot more suitable name. But anyway, there you have it. That is going to be the name for the new Chessington winged roller coaster in the UK. So now that's it for News Around the Rails. But now we can jump into our next segment, which is going to be Theme Park Gossip, where I share all the latest theme park rumours from all the parks around the world. Right, the first announcement in theme park gossip is the media is going to be going mad about this one, so I thought I've got to include this in my video. Now, you may or may not know that my favourite ride in the UK, Nemesis, is having some re-track work done to it. And the track was spotted in November when Google Street View was updated, where Bolliger & Mabillard, the manufacturer of Nemesis, their factory in Ohio in the US, there was some new Google Street View images that showed us some Nemesis track outside the factory, and enthusiasts worked out this had to be Nemesis track because every other B&M opening in 2023 already has their track stored on site. Now, when the track came out of the paint job, it was painted black, and this shocked everybody, as everyone was expecting it to come back in the white rusted feel, as in the planning application for the Nemesis refurbishment. It clearly stated that the external look of the ride was not going to be changed. However, after they submitted that application, the council replied with they didn't need their approval for the work. So that could mean that they don't have to follow everything in that planning application. But another factor that also follows that it may not be painted black is the fact that the original track that was delivered in 1993 was also painted black when it was delivered to the UK. But still, with the Nemesis advertising for the closing, it all followed this certain colour scheme, which was like black, grey and red. And then a lot of the posters they put around when they shut the ride on November the 6th, huge stuff they did with the phalanx and stuff. They made an announcement that it was closing, and they had this sort of like investigation team on site, sort of, the phalanx for Nemesis on its closing date. And all the advertising seemed to have this certain code, and when you type in these codes to this colour website, then they all turn out in that exact same colour scheme that was on the advertising, black, grey and red. So maybe the Nemesis colour scheme could involve black, grey and red in some form. Now the high rumour has been that the track's going to be painted black with grey details and red supports, but it could go like, I'm sure that it's absolutely clear that if the Nemesis track is going to be painted black, that's going to be the main colour of the track, because as it's already come out at the paint factory black, so the red is either going to be like details of the track or the supports, but red on details of the track would make a bit more sense, and grey supports as well, because that would certainly make a lot more sense, as it wouldn't like be so vibrant in the area. But Nemesis at the moment doesn't have these like really vivid colours. It's all themed around this sort of monster feel, as you know. So red supports would kind of be a bit of a stretch, but I don't mind which colour it comes back in. I like the idea of a new colour, it being refreshed, and if the red's going to be the detail of the track or on the supports, I don't mind either. It's just going to be certainly interesting to see how Nemesis returns in 2024 with the colour of its track. Now, the second theme park gossip that I'm going to be sharing is that Project Horizon may actually be an indoor roller coaster. Now, if you didn't know, Project Horizon is a project at Alton Towers that is set to open in 2025. Now, it's given us this massive show building, and the first rumour was it was going to be a flying theatre attraction. However, over the last couple of months, it's been rumoured more and more that it's going to be an indoor roller coaster, and also this may be backing it up. In a recent Lift Hills and Thrills video, I'll link the video in the description, John Worsley may have let out a little secret that Project Horizon was going to be Secret Weapon 9 if they get planning permission. So basically, Alton Towers used code names for their roller coasters, secret weapons. For example, Nemesis was Secret Weapon 3, the Smiler was Secret Weapon 7, Air, now known as Galactica, was Secret Weapon 5, and you get the feeling now, don't you? So at the moment it's Project Horizon, but it may be SW9 in the future, as John sort of accidentally let slip in the Lift Hills and Thrills video. Check it out, it's a really interesting video. He answers lots of questions, but he would not answer if the Nemesis track was going to be black. So we'll still see about that, but Project Horizon is highly likely now to be an indoor roller coaster, because secret weapons are usually at Alton Towers code names for their roller coasters. Apart from Rita, however, which was not included in the secret weapon theme. But there you have it. Nemesis may be painted black and Project Horizon may be an indoor roller coaster. That's the theme park gossip section. And now, for the final segment of the video, we're going to jump into the construction update. First construction update I can share with you, I don't have any footage of this one like the other two I'm going to be sharing, is Project Exodus at Thorpe Park. So Project Exodus has had lots of work done to it, mainly clearance of the Old Town area of the theme park, which had quite a few children's rides. And I can announce that in the past week, the old log flume at Thorpe Park, Logger's Leap, has been removed from the theme park to make way for Project Exodus. A lot of Old Town has been removed as well, such as the ride in the middle, the Rocky Express. As we already know, last season, the bouncy sort of frog hopper ride was relocated to somewhere else in the park. So a lot of clearance has been made, it seems, for this, as there's a lot of construction going on in Old Town just for the clearance for the go-ahead of Project Exodus. I can't wait until when the track arrives, because then that'll give us some perfect content for the Sunday Coaster Show to show you guys just how much Project Exodus is coming along. The next construction update I was going to share with you is the Nemesis track removal. Now, a lot of the track has been removed, including the first corkscrew, the stall turn and into that drop, the 0G roll, the stall turn before the loop, and the loop still stand in place at the moment, but then the final inversion and the final bend have also been removed. Check out this little aerial shot of the Nemesis removal to see just how much work they've already done to remove the track for Nemesis before they retrack it and it comes back in 2024 with brand new track. So have a watch of this and see just what you think of how they're doing. Update I'm going to be sharing with you is the progress of Universal's Epic Universe, a different new theme park that Universal are opening at their Universal Orlando Resort in Florida. And Universal's Epic Universe is a brand new theme park with lots of different themed areas, including Super Nintendo World and a brand new Harry Potter themed area, even though both of their parks, Universal Studios Florida and Universal's Islands of Adventure, already have Harry Potter areas inside them. More Harry Potter is coming to Universal's Epic Universe. But take a look at this shot of Epic Universe to see just how much work is going on. It's a theme park from the ground up, and there's so much work going into this. It's a brand new theme park that's going to open in 2025, at least the first phase of it, at the Universal Orlando Resort. Universe is coming along long as you would hope. Now, this Sunday Coaster show was action-packed, and I'm glad I could share all of this news with you guys on Airtime Studios. Now, thanks for watching this brand new Sunday Coaster Show video on Airtime Studios, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye!